Good day, viewers! In this video, we are going to discuss to you a certain topic of conic section focusing on circles. Do you know what is circle? The term circle comes from a Latin word circus, which means hoop or ring. A circle is a two-dimensional geometrical shape described as a set of all points equidistant from a plane to a central point. Circle, as one of the types of conic section, is also considered as a special type of ellipse. According to our research, it is also the simplest and best known conic section. In Calculus 1 with analytic geometry, the standard form of a circle is the quantity of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. In addition, the general form of a circle is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0.
So this is the derivation of standard form of a circle. So from the distance formula, we have this formula d is equal to the square root of the quantity of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 plus the square root of the quantity of y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So from the distance formula, we have the radius formula. So we need to use the radius formula, which is r is equal to the square root of the squared of the quantity of x minus h plus the squared of the quantity of y minus k. So in order for us to derive the formula of standard form of a circle, so we need to cancel the square root from the formula of a radius. So we have now the standard form of a circle, which is the squared of the quantity of x minus h plus the square root of the quantity of y minus k is equal to r squared. So this is now the formula for the standard form of a circle.
Why is the ball circle or round? Often balls are round so they can be hit or bounce without the need for handling non-uniformities in impact response from various directions. For example, in basketball or volleyball. So what if the ball which often used in the basketball and volleyball is not circle in shape or is not round in shape? Does it bounce the same when it's dropped to the ground? No, it will not bounce the same when it's dropped to the ground. So that is why we need to use a circle in shape or a rounded shaped ball when we are playing basketball and volleyball. Unlike the other sports or the other ball games, for example, in football. So the ball being used in football is oval in shape. So, for example, we need to use an oval in shape ball when we are playing basketball and volleyball. So, it will not bounce the same when it's dropped to the ground. So, the reason and importance why round balls, which often used in basketball and volleyball, it will give a uniform response from any direction. No matter which orientation the basketball and volleyball is in, it will bounce the same when it's dropped to the ground.
After knowing those things that we have discussed to you, we all know that you have still doubt and questions in your mind in terms of the importance of circles in our lives. Like, why do objects like balls, the wheels, needs to be in circular shape? So, allow us to give you some scenarios and real-life examples that will help you to realize and understand the importance of circles in our daily lives. We have here our first scenario. So, imagine you are a student or an adult going to work. Then you ride a vehicle. You observe that the movement of vehicle is fast and smooth. It is because As you look to its wheels, the shape of this is round. So what if the shape of the wheels is square or an octagon? Therefore, it cannot move smoothly and faster as how the round wheels move. It is because round wheels have this capability and properties that needs for a vehicle to move in a flat surface. From that, we can clearly see how thus circles help us in terms of our daily lives and why thus circles is important. Now for our next example, we have a ceiling fan. We all know that in a very hot day, our fan is the number one that can help us to cool down. And as you observe it, it has a fan blade that has the same size that moves around in a circular motion. But what if the size of the fan blade is not equal? Do you think that it can able to move properly? Of course not. It is because the size of its ranges are the size of the fan blade from the center to the tip of the fan blade is not equal that causes the fan to move inappropriately.
Did you know that circle contributed significantly to us? Well, if you didn't know, the tower in our town produces a cellular signals in a circular shape and distance. But it depends on the site location and terrain, as well as the type and height of the tower. Even though we didn't see it, but the inventor says that the connection is in a circular form. See, circle uses in some ways. Cell towers send out radio waves in all directions. Farther you are from the center, the weaker the signal is. Eventually, the signal fades away to nothing. The technology of locating is based on measuring power levels and antenna patterns. Another thing is the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel is very common to us. Mostly, people typically found this at fairs and amusement parks to ride or have some fun. We know that Ferris wheel is a form of circle. Of course, in order to ride continuously, it should be in a circular shape. Imagine if a Ferris wheel is a square or triangle or any other shape, there is a possibility that it would be harder for people to get on and off. Because of the circular form, this allowed to carry more people and easy to ride up and down, and because of that, people will more enjoy.
Conic section plays an important role in the real-world scenarios. After knowing the concept of circular conic sections, it's about time for us to reflect on its importance in our day-to-day living. As learners, it is not just about understanding the concept, but how we are going to reflect from it and apply it to our real-world scenarios.